What is up, everybody? Season 6, episode 2. No, episode 3, Bettors the Light, fellas. My apologies. Flustered. I'm flustered mainly because I'm back where I rightfully belong. First place, took one episode for Mark and Mike's fight to be completely irrelevant over whether Mark cheated or not. Um, Literally one episode, Mike. See, you get mad, you get furious at him, tell him that he's breaking the rules. Mark, you weren't here last week to defend yourself, so I'll allow you to say it.
And no rules were broken, and I'm not even in first anymore. Pretty much did a Mikey here. Went from first and fell out of first pretty quickly. So, but it is what it is. I'm here. Let's move on.
I think it's the 3-10 in college football that didn't help you. That's probably where I'd start.
Well, Temple being a 10-point favorite should have been my first guess not to do that. And then also, turns out Clemson's going to stink, and Northwestern always stinks. I thought maybe they would have banded together after the crazy turmoil they've been through. But no, Rutgers beat the crap out of them, which is why, they're probably not going to be on my card moving forward.
I can imagine so. But Mike, can you just tell me how right I am, please?
On what?
I told you. It was week 1. He used the picks at bovadasportsbook.com. That's what he ended up doing. And what happened? Within a week, he's already way back again. That's how this works.
Like I said, it had nothing to do with the winner losses. I didn't even go at him hard last week because he wasn't here, but it wasn't about the win or the loss. It's the whole concept is what is the only thing I had discussed here in this situation that I would like to not be used in the future. That's all.
Matt, as the man who invented the now illegal rule, I have to imagine that you don't believe that Mark broke the rules.
We're still talking about this?
I know. Well,
Matt was on my side last week.
I was. It's the same concept, but just at a much
correct
lower scale. That's all it is. It's whatever.
Well, I tried, Mark.
I don't care. I don't. I think most of our listeners also probably don't care.
Yeah,
that's probably true.
They're probably wow, that was smart, and then it wasn't the next week. So I'm back. I'll be smart again this week. We'll see what I can come up with and concoct and cook up.
Yeah, you have a streak at being smart on this show.
Wow.
That guy's all sassy and mean.
I'm going through it right now. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what happened to me today.
Brother betrayed you.
Got my hair cut. Didn't get a text. Should be up multiple units in real life. Not up multiple units. My brothers hate me. I'm not going to get into that.
Wrong.
What?
Second of all, I went and got my hair cut today. She shaved my beard, did my hair, and about halfway on my way home, I realized that she did not trim my mustache. So now I just got still a bushy mustache. I feel all uneven. I feel out of sorts. It's just everything's not going great at the moment, all right? I'm uneven.
I'm uneven. I could see how that could be a serious problem, especially for
a serious problem.
A man who manicures his facial hair as in-depthly as you do. I understand that.
Big manicure.
Matt cannot blame me that I hate him. I did just hit a great parlay, plus 60,000 units, but Matt wouldn't have taken it if I sent it to him anyways. So don't let him lie to you. We get rich over here.
I might have.
mean, Matt did give out his lock of the week, Crystal Palace, last week.
Great hit.
Mike didn't tail, so.
Wow.
I did take him.
I thought you sent Sunday morning as you were recovering from your visit to Happy Valley. You did not get it in time.
I did forget to get it in. It's true. Yeah, I got us that cover. My lock of the week. We scored with 5 seconds left. Thank you, James Franklin, to get that cover. Cover the lock of the week. Beautiful cover.
It is an unbelievable. It's one of those things, and I was talking about it with somebody this week. If there was one coach in college football where the cover was in doubt, that you would want calling the plays to like go for
Correct.
the touchdown or not, it's James Franklin. He goes for it every time.
Me and Mikey downtown, we're sitting in Beaver Stadium, and I'm like, we're not getting this cover. It's over. And he's like, dude, it's James Franklin. He's going to go for it. He always just tries to go for it at the end. He doesn't care about that. And then he put the number 2s in, and we scored on their number 1 defense with 5 seconds left, and we covered.
Yeah, pretty
Loved
much.
it.
The Beavs looked good.
Correct.
Ole Miss, Matt, hanging 70
Huge
plus.
win for the Ole Miss boys. Also, so upset I did not take John Rice Plumlee and UCF for the over. That one's on me.
That one is on you. But it was a rushed week last week, so I get it. 100%. I mean, yeah, it was a fun week, but we're kind of burying the lead here, fellas. Football starts tonight. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening on any of the multiple platforms that Bettors Delight appears on, fellas, the NFL is here. We're going to get into all of our picks, all the futures, all that fun stuff towards the end of the show. But, I mean, we've waited. College football was the nice appetizer, but the NFL is back. Thursday Night Football, Detroit, Kansas City. Bovada has so many lines, it's insane.
Huge line change, though. I mean, we'll see what happens with Travis Kelce. Unfortunate, but line went from 6.5 to what is it? I don't have it up right now because
it is 4.5.
It's 4.5
on a tight end. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
One of the best tight ends out there.
I know, but it's still a big point swing on a tight end, regardless. It is their main weapon, but crazy to see, and we'll see what happens. I mean, everybody's kind of up on the Lions. We'll see. We'll see what else Mahomes can do with the rest of his weapons.
Yeah, and I mean, he is arguably their best offensive piece outside of Mahomes. Like me and Chris talked about it a lot on You're Wrong about how the rest of those skill positions aren't exactly household names, etc.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting, fun one. I cannot wait. Football fully in the swing of everything. It's exciting. We're ready. And we'll have all the predictions. Fellas, I thought long and hard about the Super Bowl winner. Running on that
who you have to take.
I know who I'm expected to take. I know who I'm expected to take. Listen.
I'll punch you in the head. I already hate you. I'll extra hate you.
I'll extra hate you.
Correct.
When you have a 3-year streak of this, going to the Bucs, the Rams, and then last year, unfortunately, the Kansas City Chiefs. There's a lot riding on this in terms of futures. There's a lot riding on it. So we'll see. We will certainly see. I mean, Matt's, you know what? I'll be honest. I'm a little distracted by Matt's bushy mustache.
I'm trying to turn up my volume, but I can't find the microphone volume thing on my computer. It's very goofy.
It's usually a plus sign with like a speaker.
Tech talk.
That's not right. It's just not right.
It's usually a plus sign with a speaker.
Just get me in post.
Yeah, I do anyway. Just make sure when you're talking, you're close to the microphone. I know you got to hide the mustache anyway, so just do this.
Start settings system sound.
If you want to watch Matt fix his computer setting, macronpicks.com, youtube.com/theunderdog. That's where you find it. You can watch Matt troubleshoot his computer's audio ability. But fellas, we have a lot to cover, so I say we just let's dive right in. I mean, because the NFL part's going to take a long time towards the end. So I say we jump right in. We get into college football. It is week 2. Not the biggest slate of competitive matchups, but there's some good ones out there. I guess Mark, let's kick it off with you and see if we can work our way back a little bit.
All right, so I mean, I'm going to go with a game that even some of the players like to sometimes look at. So
I'm on this.
I'm going to Iowa State. Give me the under 36 minus 110, and also lock it in for me.
I love that.
I mean, This is just, hey,
You
here we
have-
are again.
You have to every year. You have to bet the under in that
You
game.
know what's going on, and this is a game I feel good about. And like I said, when the players have this in their own sports book, then you got to know.
That's
Allegedly.
yes. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Here's my issue with
I'm
this.
just gonna
pick,
talk
and
louder. You can't find it. I'm just gonna talk louder. I don't know. Does this sound okay?
You sound fine. You sound
right.
fine.
The producer Chris texted me and he was like, "Are you talking into potato?" I was like, "No."
I'm having, I got chair issues again this week. I don't know what's going on.
You don't buy your chair at Office Depot.
First of all, it was Best Buy, and regardless, my issue with the Iowa State game is it feels like everybody's on this under. Everyone in the world is on the under.
Always.
Sometimes you got to do the obvious, though, right? Like the Ravens just won 24 straight. How many preseason games?
I mean, sometimes somewhere in like that.
Yeah. Sometimes these streaks just continue, and you got to hop on before it's too late.
That's why there's streaks, Mark.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you, Matt.
Matt might kill me this episode every time he makes me laugh.
I'm trying my best here.
That's what you're here for. That's what you're here for. Mike, you were all over Mark. Are you also on that pick?
Yes, correct. I'm on the under, and I mean you have to. Somebody just transferred to Iowa. I don't know if it's a dude from Michigan or whatever, but he stinks. Also, yeah, Cade McNamara, he stinks. He got benched at Michigan. I don't think he's going to give him that much more offense than normal. The game probably end like 17-10.
Didn't I?
Yeah, Mike, Cade McNamara has been coming off a good year, and I think people are going to be real excited for when he comes out. When he comes out of that tunnel on Sunday morning.
You sound like you're like a live reporter. That's like, all right, send it down to Matt on the field.
Hey, Mike, I'm here on the sidelines. I got Booker T here, and he's really excited for WrestleMania coming to Philadelphia. Can you dig it?
Didn't they do that during the Eagles preseason?
They did. They had like Baron Corbin and like I don't even know. Well, who's the one champion right now? He was on the one. I don't know his name. He was on the one Barstool thing I saw. I can't remember his name. He's the champion. Right
Big E?
No, not Big E.
Seth Rollins.
No, small guy. Kind of reminds me of Finn Balor, but it's not Finn Balor. Oh, I thought you had something for me. I don't know.
No, you froze.
Yeah, you froze for a second while you were talking.
I did find myself on TikTok the other day watching a bunch of R-Truth videos.
Oh,
when he rolls into the ring.
What?
He's the best.
When he rolls into the ring and he's like, "I'm gonna win this King of the Ring. You guys don't even know what's happening. This tournament is mine." And then the Miz is like, "Dude, this has been going on for weeks. You're not in the tournament." And he's like, "My bad." He's like, he's like, "This one's on me. Sorry, guys."
One of the biggest things that goes around is the reason why R-Truth's been around the WWF so long is because like outside of like obviously the on-screen stuff, him and Vince McMahon are like good friends. He like makes Vince McMahon laugh, so they're just boys.
So
he just
funny.
keeps him with the company.
He's hilarious.
That's good. Shout out R-Truth.
Correct.
It just shows you don't have to know anything. Just be a good guy.
Matt Olson.
Phillies, or not Phillies.
Yeah, know some people,
WWE 24/7 champion, like 12-time champion, R-Truth.
I'm not as good as the TV champion or the internet champion. Who was that
Zack
guy?
Ryder.
Zack Ryder.
Unbelievable pull, Matt. I'm on. Now I've lost it. It's all disappeared. No, here it is. I got Kansas -3, -110 to kick it off for me. Matt, where are you at in college football?
Did Purdue win last week?
No, I think they've lost 38-35 to.
All right, I like Purdue outright, and I like Purdue to cover in this game. So plus 115, and then plus 2.5 -1 or plus minus.
They lost by 4 to Fresno last week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you took
you were on
Fresno's money line.
Yeah.
Literally had Fresno because that's where Shrek's from.
Matt, sidebar. Shrek Crocs.
Those
You
were
just got into the Croc game. The Lightning
Terrible.
Queen Crocs.
What?
Shrek Crocs.
The Shrek Crocs are the ugliest looking thing I've ever seen.
The fact that they have the
fantastic. Come
ears
on.
coming out of the
Yeah,
front
those are the best.
is
Absurd.
hilarious.
Absurd. I do want the Shrek Supreme skateboard because that's sick, but the Shrek Crocs are top 5 worst shoe I've seen. They're as bad as those like when Nike put out like the Grinch dunks that had fur all over them. Like
Are
just
you,
so bad.
Yeah, but you like the Grateful Dead ones with the fur, so I don't
Correct.
understand.
Those are
You
way
doing a lot
different
of
shoe.
skateboarding there? You doing a lot of skateboarding there, buddy?
I've skateboarded. I could do a nollie.
It's so nice to have Chris back here. Producer Chris, full disclosure, producer Chris back this episode. Rousing argument against
an
the
8-month
SB dunks.
hiatus.
Well, people are busy. I get that.
Things happen.
We talked about it last night. How last week I just didn't follow up with him after I said, "Hey man, want to be on the show?" And he's like, "Let me see. I'll see what I can do." And then we just completely forgot about each other.
Didn't I say why didn't you text him?
Yeah.
Yes,
I believe
yes,
I-
you did.
I believe
That's
I
what
asked
brought
you.
it up. I'm not a smart person. I don't know what you want from
True.
me.
Producer Greg, terrible.
Clip that.
Yeah,
Clip that.
you can clip that. I'm on Wake Forest -10, -105, and I like
If you clip it, where would you even put it?
I don't know. I would just save
TikTok,
it.
macronepicks.com. There's a lot of places.
Yeah, you could. Well, Greg, this is. You guys stink at marketing.
Yes.
You should have answered, well, Matt, we can put it on our Twitter at Bettors Delight or our TikTok Underdog Podcast at TikTok app. How do you say? What do you say there?
What Greg just said.
He didn't say it right away. He was just like, you could fart on it. And I was like, no, that's
I
not right.
knew once he
I
did that.
definitely didn't say
Once he
that.
did that voice, I knew he was going to say fart without a doubt. And that's every time he does that voice.
Every time he does the fart.
Yeah.
This is almost an only a spite pick. It's Notre Dame -7, -115 against NC State, who couldn't cover against
That's a low
UConn last
line. I
week.
guess it's on the road, but
It feels weird though.
yeah.
Mark, where else you at in college football?
So I'm going to go with UTEP -1.5, -110 against Northwestern for obvious reasons.
Obvious
this
reasons,
is-
Greg.
This is getting
Yeah.
disgusting, Mark.
I mean,
You're picking against Polish fighters.
University
You're betting
of
against
Texas.
Northwestern.
that was a win. When I picked against the Polish fighter, it was a win. And last year, I saw the red balloon victory happen across the way. So this is a little bit different.
What's very funny is Northwestern literally has not won on American soil.
No,
It's very bad.
still had a first-round pick, though.
It's not how that works.
No, they did, though. Skronsky.
Who did they draft?
No, Skronsky was a first.
I got what you're doing, Matt.
I
Yeah,
fell
you got
right
it.
into it. Fell right into it.
Ugh.
Couldn't have been a more obvious trap. And I was like, oh, let me just fall and check this out.
It happens. Mike,
How do
what
I
else?
turn low power
Yeah.
mode off my iPad?
It's usually
if
in the
you-
settings.
If you go in the top right and then you go down.
Nah, it's not in the top right.
Well, no, you put your finger in the top right and then swipe down.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it's not there, Mike.
then
I'm
go to
telling you,
settings.
it's not there.
Anyways, I'm gonna take Baylor +7.5 -110. They did just get upset at home, real bad, but Utah didn't even look that good against Florida. Florida just looked bad. So the starting quarterback for Utah might be back, but I think Baylor might bounce back after that big upset. I forget who they
It's
got.
Utah.
yeah.
Who did
Utah
Baylor get
minus
upset
7.5, -110 on my card. They lost to.
Because there was a few big upsets this weekend.
Oh,
That
it was not
Texas
somebody-
State. They lost by 11. to
Yeah.
Texas State. That's ugly.
I'm pretty confident that former Eagles backup quarterback G.J. Kinney is the head coach of Texas State. I'm pretty confident I heard that on one of the broadcasts over the weekend of college football. Yeah,
No
thank
idea
you.
who that is, Greg.
He was a backup during the Chip Kelly era of
Sure
Eagles
was.
football. Yeah,
Where was he
Still-
from?
he
Still, one of the best shirts of all time is the potato chip wearing the visor for Chip
Correct.
Kelly.
It's a good
One
one.
of,
That's
the
a great
one of the
shirt.
best shirts of all time.
But where did G.J. Kenny go to college?
It's like one of those. It's like Southern Miss or something like that. Like some
Chippewa, Central Michigan.
Mississippi
I have
school.
no idea.
I'm pretty sure.
Do you
Could
know,
also
or
be
are you
Texas State.
asking?
You don't have the answer for
Yeah,
it?
I was trying to figure it out.
Oh, the way you're asking, I thought you knew.
All right, he went to Tulsa. Thank you,
That's
Chris.
why I knew.
But
That's
it's
why I
Chris.
knew.
My guy, he's a golden hurricane. Mike.
Speaking of Tulsa, I'm taking my
good.
lock of the week here, Greg.
Ooh.
Tulsa.
Ole Miss -7.5, -105 over Tulane. I love Mississippi this week. Jackson Dart was the highest rated quarterback in college football last week. Should have put my future in on him to win the Heisman. If I could still get that on the card, if the odds are still out there, I'd like to, because Mississippi they're rolling right now. Great start to the season. We're wearing different uniform combos every week. Lane Kiffin's got the guys buzzing. Our recruits are coming in like crazy. People want to play for our school, Greg. We have a great business program. Our after college alumni organization, having those connections to break into the business world and make money is
What is he
it's just
talking about now?
it's our alumni are just make what our school is so special. So I'm so happy for the boys at Ole Miss.
I mean, I honestly,
Jackson
it's the
Dart
Heisman.
is plus 10,000 currently to win the Heisman.
Put it on the card.
I'm prepared to allow this only because you did miss the episode we did futures. We don't typically allow late future ads, but because
I
you
had a
have-
legitimate reason too.
you were on vacation, so I'll allow the plus 8,000. I've updated
Plus
the
10,000.
spreadsheet.
10,000.
Plus 10,000. Even better. Good odds at Bovada for
It's
Jackson
1,000
Dart.
units.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
That'd be pretty good.
I'll allow it. Mark, what else you got in college football while Matt figures out how much of a payout that would be?
So, I'm gonna go to Rutgers. They just beat one of my teams. They're gonna beat the other one. Rutgers -9, -110. The Owls are they're not there yet, as clearly shown by their performance. They did win, but they shouldn't have. Didn't even cover. Great teams cover. They're not a great team. So Rutgers -9.
Is this the Big East?
I'm also on Rutgers in this matchup, for a lot of the same reasons you said, Mark.
Yeah, it's the obvious choice this week after what happened last week. I believe the game is in Rutgers, which is actually not a terrible stadium, not an awful atmosphere.
Did you know
weren't they the home team last week?
Who,
They were.
Rutgers?
There was maybe 500 people in the stands.
I will say, so I went to a game.
I went to a game there though. So
Rutgers versus Ohio State. Ohio State was number 1 in the country.
Well, I think that's different than.
Oh yeah, more people rolled out for the Ohio State.
I'm shocked. Okay.
So I have to give it to him. It was
There was more
electric
fans
in
at the
Scott.
Rutgers Ohio State number 1 ranked game than Rutgers Northwestern.
But
Wow.
there's
Shocked.
So
Rutgers-
I went to a Rutgers Northwestern game actually in Rutgers a couple years ago, and it was not packed by any means.
Okay.
Definitely not the same crowd, but it was still a good time.
It was
Still a
Mark
good
and his
atmosphere.
sister. That's all. Mark and his sister sitting in the crowd, just like, "Woo, Northwestern!"
I don't know why you got
I got
mad
this.
at that.
I didn't, but I got this pom pom right here from that game.
That's actually pretty cool. I like that, Mark.
They won that game.
you like that? That's a $2 pom pom.
Yeah, but it's
Time
cool.
out. It was not $2. It was free.
Free. I was going to say, they give it to you for free.
You stole a balloon on Free Balloon Day.
I'm on
Shout out
Oregon.
SpongeBob.
Oregon -6.5. Mike, Texas Tech went into Laramie
They blew it.
and got beat outright.
They blew it. They were up by like a 17-0 lead. I'm double dipping on Texas Tech this week. Plus 205 and plus 6.5, -110. Bo Nix, they put up 80 points against whoever they played. Don't care.
Portland State.
Texas Tech, we're taking them here. We're double dipping. I'm riding with them all year. It's a tough start to lose. It was at Wyoming. It's a tough place to play. Tough place to go play.
The only good thing you can really say is that from a conference standpoint, it doesn't really hurt
No,
them.
it doesn't really matter. So,
Yeah, so
that's still there. Get the loss out early. This is a massive game here against Oregon for the strength of schedule.
yeah, no, for sure. Bo Nix for Heisman.
No,
Matt,
thanks.
what's your next one?
Jackson Dart for Heisman. UMass plus 220 to beat Miami of Ohio. UMass is playing good ball right now.
Beat New Mexico State.
Sure did.
a
I had
big
New Mexico State on my card last week.
That's a big win for the boys over at the University of Massachusetts Amherst.
Well, it is funny you bring up Miami of Ohio because they lost the Battle of Miami.
They got smoked.
It wasn't
They sure
wasn't even close. I'm on Miami plus 4.5 in this game against Texas A&M.
I have the over in that game, over 51 minus 115. I think there's going to be a lot of points. Yeah, I mean, to say that quote and they literally lost, like it wasn't even a contest, that line being only 16.5 or whatever was a crime. Should have been higher. But yeah, Miami smoked them. I like the points in that game, though.
I couldn't agree more, Mike. Mark, what's your next one?
My next one, I'm going to go to UCF. I got UCF minus 3.5. It's minus 105. Hold on. I got to pull it up, make sure it is still. Yeah, they're playing Boise. I think it is at Boise, so it's on the blue turf. But I still like Matt's boy in this game, minus 3.5.
I also have that pick because John Rice Plumlee on the blue turf will look like prime Michael Vick with how fast he's going to look on that
He
field.
will be gliding around there.
I was gonna say, how fast is John Rice Plumlee gonna look on the blue turf?
He's going to look so fast. Everyone knows it.
It's gonna be unbelievable. I have Oklahoma. They took care of business last week. I think they do it again this week. Minus 15, minus 110. It's always good when you have a team that's minus 30 plus points and they go up 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. So that's always fun. Mike, what else you got in college football?
Yeah, forgot to talk about one of the bigger wins of the weekend. Obviously, Colorado over TCU. I was dead wrong last week on that. But
I was going to let you slide.
But this line against Nebraska, like Sanders looked good, Travis Hunter, but like they did play a Big 12 defense. So now you play, Big 10, but it's Nebraska. But the line only being minus 3 is throwing me off, and I feel like all of America is going to be on Colorado, and I feel like I have to take Nebraska plus 130.
You know what? Give me Colorado there. I think Mikey, not Matt,
Talked
sorry.
you into it.
Mike you were just drinking a little bit of Rule-Aid right there. So
That's true. I'm off on Matt Rule.
that's a shout out to Adam Devine. That was his tweet before last game, before they lost to Minnesota.
Yeah, they looked
I don't know
horrible.
if you
That's why the line doesn't make sense to me. And I feel
No,
like
the line doesn't make
everybody's
sense.
going to be on Colorado.
Rule-Aid.
What's Rule 8
It's
on it?
really funny.
What's it a play on?
Matt Rule.
Matt Rule is the coach.
What's the
and
8
Kool-Aid.
part?
Kool-Aid?
Kool-Aid.
Ah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I was like, what does Rite Aid have to do with anything?
Oh, I thought you were trying to set up a joke or something. I was so confused.
No, I legit couldn't. I'm that dumb that I could not figure it out. Like Rule 8, that is good. Shout out Matt Devine.
Adam.
The guy, Bumper from
Yeah.
Adam Devine.
Yeah.
Nice.
I guess he's a Nebraska fan. So.
Oh, you know what? I listened to him on a podcast. He is a big Nebraska fan.
He's from
so-
Omaha.
What does that have to do with Nebraska?
Omaha.
Okay. All right, we got to finish up college football. This is getting
Were
ridiculous.
you guys talking about Bo Nix?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I also heard somebody else on a different podcast. People like him for the Heisman. They say he's playing really well. I was surprised he was still in college football, but
Correct.
I'm going to also tail that minus 6.5, minus 115 over California. I think they get it done, and War Eagle, baby.
Playing Texas Tech and we're never mind. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
I can't.
Auburn versus California.
Yep, I'm a dumb person.
Yeah, you are dumb.
We said that already.
Correct.
You are dumb.
Right.
Auburn minus 6.5, minus 115. Matt continuing to support former Ole Miss coach Hugh Freeze. I got Oklahoma State late night game going against Arizona State minus 3.5, minus 110. Mike, anything else in college football?
I have the over in the biggest game of the weekend, Texas Bama over 54 minus 110. Last year it was not a lot of points, so I'm hoping that this one is a lot of points. Is my logic.
Real possibility. Mark, you got some other stuff in college football?
Yeah, I got one more. I don't think we're not doing a challenge game from college football, correct?
No, just
Sunday
just
Night
NFL.
Football, I assume.
Okay, just wanted to make sure before I roll Tide here. -7 on Alabama over Texas,
laundry?
-115. I do use Tide, free and clear.
Are there other brands?
Potentially.
Couldn't tell you one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Matt, do you have anything else in college football?
Yeah, 2 more picks. Syracuse money line -2,000. Western Michigan +24 -115. Syracuse wins the game. Western Michigan covers.
Okay.
Mike.
My last pick is just going to be Oklahoma State -3, -110 at Arizona State. Pac-12 is undefeated, but I think they go down a few games this week.
So you said they're -3 now. It's not -3.5 anymore.
Yeah,
How many
-3,
teams
-110.
are left in the Pac-12?
Well,
None
right
of
now,
them's
13
left yet.
Still?
Yeah, it's still like the whole conference.
No,
they
but
don't leave
like
next year. I think it's just
after
2.
they all leave. Isn't
I
there
think it's just
two
Oregon
left?
State and Arizona State might be the only 2.
I heard Oregon State's trying to get into the SEC with DJ Uiagalelei.
I think they should take.
Got ripped it up last week. Go Beavs.
He
I
played
think
well.
Temple should go to the Pac-12.
First of all, right now there's only 2 teams left. It's Oregon State and Washington State.
Oh,
I would love for
that's it. I thought
Temple,
it was
Temple to
Arizona.
go. Temple to go to the Pac-12 would be huge.
The
Civil
AAC was like, we're good, Oregon State and Washington State. We don't need you.
They're the civil conflict, aren't they? Oregon State, Washington State.
I don't think so. I'm
Or is
on.
it Oregon State, Oregon?
That's the Civil War, but it's not called that anymore. It's something else now.
Civil conflict.
I'm on. My last pick is Texas +7 -110. I think they can keep that game close. Matt, you said you had 2 picks, but you only said Syracuse.
No, he
No,
said
he didn't.
he
He
said
said-
who's playing
well-
Syracuse is +24.
Yeah,
whatever.
he's got the line
I have
24 and a
Western
half.
Michigan +24.5, and then I have money line,
Syracuse
and then I'm
money
done
line.
in football.
All right, Mark, are you good then in college football too?
Yep.
We're all tapped out. All right.
Yep.
Well, that was college football week 2. Whole lot brewing there. Well, I guess we'll quickly touch on Major League Baseball. Not a big slate as it's been the last couple of weeks here. I picked these before the lines were officially posted, but I'm not going to take them off the board. I have the Braves -310 on the money line. I'm also on the
Cardinals +250.
Cardinals +250 for you, Matt. And I'm also on the Yankees -161. Mike, you have anything in baseball?
Yeah, I have the over in that Tigers-Yankees game, over 8, -115. And then the Dodgers -1.5, -130. They're getting smoked today. I think they bounce back tomorrow.
So the Dodgers, what's the
-1.5, -130.
-130. I have 2 picks. I don't see the lines up there yet for them, but it's the Rays and the Cubs. We'll get the lines tweeted out at Bettors Delight coming up tomorrow. Mark, anything in baseball?
Yeah, I'm just going to take the Yankees -161 over the Tigers. I'm going to take the Braves run line -1.5, -145. And then I'm going to parlay those two together at +174. And then that'll close me out in baseball.
What did the parlay pay?
174.
+174. All right. Matt, anything else in baseball, or are you good?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, so that was baseball. Tennis, I have a feeling a lot of these are going to be the same way. Tennis, Mike, the U.S. Open rolling into it's got to be the semifinals. coming up, right?
Semifinals are tomorrow. Well, as you're listening to this today, and then Friday, and then the finals are Saturday and Sunday.
Where do you stand in the world of tennis?
Sure.
Usually behind the line if you're serving.
Thanks, Matt.
I'm gonna take Coco Gauff -3.5, -115 against
Also on my
Muchova.
card.
And I'm also going to take Coco Gauff to win it all, to win the whole U.S. Open, +170. I assume she'll probably win, and then Sabalenka will win, and they'll match up. So I'm gonna go Coco Gauff here. This is the American to win it.
So Coco Gauff outright +170.
Yep, she's looked real
Alright.
good. So we're gonna have to keep riding. You got to ride with the Americans here. Madison Keys, I think she probably goes down to Sabalenka tomorrow. So
Golf is the tennis. This tournament's been on a lot in my home. So from what I've seen, Coco Gauff's looked very good in terms of her play. So I like that pick, Mike.
She's definitely got the
Dominant.
crowd on her side.
For sure.
So.
100%. Mark, what do you got in tennis?
I'm on that Coco Gauff pick. And then I also have I'm taking the Joker -7.5. Ben Shelton's run ends here.
You said the crowd though. Maybe he covers it. I'm going to take it. +7.5, -110. He's just electric to watch. He's only like
Coco,
20 as well.
Coco is not going against one of the best.
That's
ever.
true. You aren't wrong. You aren't wrong. Yeah. Hey,
I was
probably
talking
gets
about,
smoked in 3 sets, but Ben Shelton's been electric. His match against Tiafoe last night was awesome. So,
there were no two sweatier people on the planet.
dude, they were really sweaty.
I disagree. 2 of them are on
You
this
should see me right now. I'm really sweating.
I'm buying.
When I have to turn my air conditioner off because I get yelled at that it's too loud, I'm sweating up a storm right now.
Yeah. Well,
It's not great.
No.
Matt, what do you have in tennis?
I don't have any picks in tennis, so I'm going to use my time for this. I found out. Do you guys know why they keep score in tennis the way they keep score?
I'm sure you're going to tell us.
Like 15, 30,
I'm sure
40.
there's a reason.
Yeah, so I found this out the other day. Before scoreboards were made and like scoring things, they used to keep the score on a clock. So first point, you move the clock to 15. Second point, you go to 30. And then third point, you go to 40. And the reason you go to 40 is in case it goes to deuce and you get the advantage, you can still go to 55 without going over back to the full minute. And then if you win, it goes back to the full minute. So just a little fun fact there for the tennis listeners.
Why wouldn't they just go to 45 and then 55? What's the difference of the 10 and 15 with the deuce there?
I mean, he's not wrong. I did Google it real quick.
No,
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
I'm sure he doesn't. I'm sure he doesn't know what the people in medieval France were thinking, Mike.
That's true.
But he does know that this is how and why they keep score the way they do. And
shout out
Jan
McEnroe. Taught me it on Instagram the other day.
Nice.
U.S. Open winner. We went over that last week.
Yeah.
That was.
That's what I had in tennis.
That was the list of the century last week, where it started with Mike saying only 3 Americans had ever won the U.S. Open on the male side, and then if we found out
the website was
wrong.
No, I didn't start with that. Greg said that first, and then the website went all wonky. It was from medieval times. Okay.
I just told you, dude.
I know.
So not only do you not trust Matt,
I know I'm not trusting him. That's not what I'm saying.
And Google
asking him a question of why it would go from
because of the deuce. So instead of going
because of the deuce, you can't go. You don't want to go over.
No, Mike. So it makes sense. So you put it at 40, right? Because if you did it at 45. And you do a deuce, it'd be like, oh, does that say 50 or 45 if you're from far away? You can't really tell. But if you put it at 40 and then 50, you're like, oh, that's pretty you could tell.
Time was made before scoreboards. We know that for a fact now.
So what I'm getting from what I'm reading is that it came from French students were shortening the word for 45 to 40. When describing the game,
the word.
That's what this is saying.
I feel like that can't be accurate.
I said it was right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Matt's story because Mikey's an idiot.
That's the best
they can go together. I'm just saying why they chose 40 over 45. I was just asking.
All right, so are we going to soccer?
That's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go to soccer. We talked about it pre-show. Because a lot of the leagues are off due to international competition, World Cup qualifying, whole bunch of different stuff. Most of us don't have soccer picks. Matt, you didn't probably read any of this or agree to any of it. I was in the middle. I picked all these picks. I had Nottingham Forest, beating Burnley after I, accurately had them beating Chelsea away. Oh, Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, plus 650 last week. Why I'm in first place. But then I realized the dates were wrong. Yes.
All right. Sweet.
Not by much, though. It's very close. Actually, wait.
No. Me and Matt are in the negative. Mark's at +5. You're at +9.
Okay. All right.
All right, so I'll be back in first shortly. No worries.
Well, we'll see. But Mark said he still had some picks, so we're gonna do some soccer picks.
Just one.
Matt, if you
I'm not-
have any, we'll
I'm
find
not
out.
doing
But
any soccer because literally football's starting, and I don't know why anyone would care about soccer. The greatest sport on earth is literally starting. Instead, we're talking about a lesser version of the sport. I did see the boys from Wrexham got to meet the king. That was pretty cool, but don't care.
Okay. So I'm gonna just taking the homeland here versus Albania plus 115. That game's on
Albania's
the
the
10th.
homeland for some people.
correct.
Correct.
One guy we know.
Well, no is a strong,
Yeah.
strong way to phrase it.
I don't know anybody named Albania.
So we still in soccer?
Well, Chris did send in soccer picks.
You
Chris,
guys know in Albania?
I don't think so.
You tried to double dip it, huh?
You went back in.
He
You
went back in for the second one.
Bold.
Chris, like I said, Chris did send in soccer picks. He went for it. He literally said before we started taping, the man won a season betting on Wrexham,
It's true.
technically. So he's going to go back to the well. Wrexham is a league up. They're missing Paul Mullins. It's a whole thing. But they're playing Doncaster. He's got them on the money line minus 250 and the first half money line minus 110. I
would
will
argue.
say the man knows
I
Wrexham.
would
don't
argue the
know.
winning season argument, though, because did he have enough picks to qualify? It's like winning the batting title. There's like Corey Seager's batting 340 and finally just had enough batting or enough at bats to qualify. Literally, like a few days ago. That's true.
You know
All
what?
right. That's enough to qualify. Then we'll give you that.
Chris said he is the only one that didn't lose money, so that is correct.
Yeah, we'll give him that.
I will grant him that. All right. Well, are we good in soccer then, Mark? You got the homeland, and that's about it.
I'll take Inter Miami plus 115 against Sporting Kansas City.
Is he gonna play? Wait, what?
Chris muted Mark.
Oh, no, I think he's back now. Inter Miami versus who, Mike?
Sporting Kansas City, yeah.
Sporting KC. What
They
was the
haven't
line?
lost, plus 115. They haven't lost with Messi. They've drawn, but it's went to like PKs, so we'll take him. Actually, they may have drawn one other time.
They had a 0-0 draw
Against Nashville, I think, last week,
while
yeah.
we were taping, or 2
Yeah.
weeks, something like that. Is he going to be around for this though, or is he going to be playing for Argentina?
I thought he was retiring after winning the World Cup.
Yeah, but he said he wanted to play with the extra star on the jersey for winning.
That's a good point. Well, it's already on the card, so I have no idea.
All right, well, on the card it is. So let's go to the UFC. We'll touch on it very briefly. Israel Adesanya defends his, I can't remember what weight class. It's 180
Middleweight.
Middleweight title this weekend against Sean Strickland, UFC 293. Mike, where's it at? Is it in?
It's in Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. Should be a fun one. I can't imagine Adesanya doesn't walk out the champion, but we'll see.
Correct.
But the Australian crowd always brings it, so it'll be fun regardless. Mark, where are you in the UFC?
I'm gonna take Kiefer Crosby right off the bat. Looks like it's the first fight of the day. Plus 130 on Kiefer. It's a great name. Reminds me of Kiefer Sutherland, who was a very tough actor on 24. Great show, and probably a great fighter. So
It's in Sydney.
It's a good
in
name
Sydney.
correlation. I do like that.
It's in Sydney, to be fair.
It's in Sydney. Got it.
is Jiria fighting? Algeria?
I just stopped.
It was
trying to make
Albania.
it work.
He switched
Yeah,
he
we
switched
switched
countries.
I wasn't sure if anyone would notice.
I love this show.
Oh, man.
Mike, do you have anything?
Yeah, I'm going to take Tai Tuivasa plus 200. He's going to be electric. You got to take the value. Volkov's obviously going to have tons of height on him, but Volkov can be knocked out. Take one. We'll do shoeys. I'll be doing shoeys when he wins. Plus 200. We'll take that value.
We've seen it happen before. I'm on that plus
Correct.
200 as well. Matt, are you in the UFC at all?
One pick, Olberg minus 280.
I knew it.
Gotta ride my guy who doesn't protect his face. I got him at minus 280.
Carlos Olberg minus 280 for you. I only have one other pick in the UFC as well. I didn't like a ton of.
Nah, the lines are tough. That's why I just have a parlay after this with the main event.
That's perfect. What was my last pick? I forgot. I looked at it just a second ago. It is Tyson Pedro minus 106. Came up right around the same tide to Ivasa. Kind of fell off a little bit, but I like the chances here and sort of a toss-up. Mark, are you good in the UFC, or do you have anything else?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Then I'll go to Mike.
Yeah, I just have the parlay with the main event that Greg already talked about. It's going to be, I want them all on my card. Jack Jenkins, minus 205. Manel Cape, minus 400.
Bucket.
Shout out, or whatever it is. Shout out the Bucket. That's his guy. Justin Tafa, minus 218.
Did he not just fight?
I'm
like
pretty sure he fought, he fought
He was
either in Paris
Matt's
or London.
lock 2 weeks ago. Legitimately.
No. Yeah. No. You're thinking of his brother.
Junior Tafa.
Junior Tafa's his brother. Yeah. He did fight 2
it.
weeks ago. It was Matt's lock. So his brother Justin's fighting. So I'll take him there, and then then I'll obviously have just Izzy just for more value, minus 650 to retain the middleweight title, and that parlay comes back at plus 213.
So it's Jenkins, Kape, Tafa.
It's for sure not Kape.
That's the third pronunciation.
That's for sure not Kape.
What's the payout?
Plus 213. Kape. It's definitely not Kape.
I tried. All right. Well, let's get out of the UFC. We're good on that. And let's get to what I think we all really care about and where we're at here. It's the NFL. The NFL's back. It's not preseason. It's not any of that. We got futures. We got predictions. I'll let you guys choose. Do we want to start? With the futures and then get into week one? Does that sound like a good idea?
I'd say probably. Smarter idea.
All right. Let me just look real quick. Pull up the right thing on my phone. Good there. Have that open. And I have everything here. So, the best way to do it, I think we'll do it like we typically do, is we will go ahead and make sure that we go division by division. It's all listed on Bovada under the NFL Futures tab. They're all there, all the divisions. There's a bunch of different other ones too. But I say we do the divisions, Super Bowl winners, et cetera, first. And then if you have any other props and whatnot, we can go about getting those. But I say we worry about that later. So you guys tell me what conference you want to start in. You want to start AFC or NFC?
AFC.
Dynamite, guys.
AFC is alphabetical. It's AFC sounds like it's first.
All right, then we'll go right down. We'll go right down the list. Then we'll go. It starts with the AFC East. Mark, I'll go to you.
AFC East winner is going to be the New York Jets.
Hang on. Hold on. Gosh dang it. I'm such a goof.
It's just spelled Jets.
Keep talking about the Jets. I know. Shut up. I know.
I might have fallen into the Hard Knocks trap here. I watched it a little bit.
So hit or miss. I just don't know.
They got some good defensive players.
Correct.
They look like
their defense is really good.
Their defense looks really good, and I can't imagine their quarterback play is going to be worse than last year.
Correct.
And I don't know. There's something going on with Buffalo, man. They just can't seem to get over the hump. So maybe they fall back to the pack here.
I will ride with
Keep
Buffalo.
Keep vamping.
I will ride with Buffalo plus 120 though. I think it just Josh. As long as Josh Allen's there, they'll always be near the top of the division. So I'm gonna have to ride with it. Matt, your pick?
Sure. Dolphins. This is Tua's year.
Oh, Greg, looks like you got the Pats. That sucks.
That's not how this works, Mark. That's not how this works. So let's go. We'll go back through it really quickly.
We could just send this to you after.
Yeah, but I had it all set up and then I messed it up, but it doesn't matter. Matt's taking the Dolphins plus 300. Mark, you're taking the Jets, as is Mike.
No,
What's
I'm on the
payout
Bills.
Mikey's
there?
I'm on the
on the
Bills.
Bills.
Plus
You're on the
120.
Bills. Sorry.
Thank you.
Plus 120. I'm also on. Now you've screwed me up. The Jets are also plus 300. The Bills are plus 120, which is where I'm at as well. I think the Bills take this division regardless of postseason failures in the past. We'll keep rolling down here. We'll scroll to the AFC North. Matt, I'll start with you.
I don't know if he knows who's in the AFC North.
I can't imagine that's the case.
Bengals and the Steelers? Come on, Mike.
Thank you.
Bengals plus 180. This one's easy.
Bengals plus 180 for you, Mike.
I'll take the Ravens plus 300. Or 200, sorry, plus 200.
I hate this. I'm also on the Ravens.
I think they're going to be really good this year. They got a little bit more talent on offense now. Dobbins might finally be healthy. They got Zay Flowers and OBJ. I think they can be real good this year.
Really depends on the health of him, of Dobbins and OBJ.
And Lamar.
And Lamar, obviously. But, Mark, where you at in the AFC North?
I'm going to take the Browns. Plus 400. I mean, I feel like any team here could win this division. If Deshaun kind of comes back and he's like old Deshaun, then the Browns could definitely win this.
You don't want him to be like old Deshaun.
Yes, that is correct.
If he returns to his top 5 quarterback, he was technically
He was
I guess
top
like
five
top
QB.
Top 5
He was up
QB at
there.
one point in his career. So if he returns to top 5, top 10. I think Nick Chubb's going to get the ball a lot this year. They could win the division with, if it's tight. I feel like they're all going to beat up on each other. So
Correct.
we'll see.
Very true. Very true. And I'm also, like I said, on the Ravens there. We'll go to the AFC South. I'll start it off. It's the Jaguars, minus 160. I think they're building. They're building off of what they had last year, the playoff win. Dougie P knows how to do it. Matt, I'll go to you.
Titans plus 275. Everyone's writing off Tannehill, and I love it.
That was rude, coughing right in while he's talking. Did he freeze? Is he doing a
Me?
bit? Oh.
Who?
I thought you
I
said
just-
something about Tannehill, and then somebody coughed, and then you just stopped. So,
I said everyone's writing off Tannehill, and I think Tannehill's going to be fine.
all right. Sounds good. Mark.
Also on the Titans, they're not building. They know how to win this division. They've done it a lot. So I think they got one more in them.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I'll take the Jaguars minus 160. I think another year under Doug, they could really make noise in the AFC.
All right, we'll close out the AFC with the AFC West. I can't imagine this goes anywhere other than this. Maybe it
Chargers plus
does, maybe
300.
it doesn't.
Chargers
Okay.
plus 300.
Rude. Ladies
Raiders
and
plus
gentlemen.
1,400. I like
Okay.
the value.
So Raiders plus 1,400. The Chargers plus 300 for everybody else.
Chargers
I'm
looked
on
so bad last year in their last game. I think they put in a great season this year.
I just can't imagine recovering from that.
That was
It's a team.
horrible loss.
It's a
Could you
team that's
imagine the power?
that I could not imagine. But it's a team that's perennially snake bit, and you're also in the same division as Patrick Mahomes. I know there's questions about Kelsey, etc.
Yeah.
I can't bet against the Chiefs minus 200.
Chiefs might start slow now. You never know.
It's true. It's very true.
I mean,
And
Chris Jones isn't coming back anytime soon. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he said he was sitting out to at least like maybe week 9 if he doesn't get a new contract.
Yeah, so I mean, if he's out, Kelsey's out. Let's say he's out like a month, if whatever, they could realistically be sitting at 2-2 or 3-2.
Still
after
make the
4 or 5
playoffs with a
weeks.
wild card, but not win the division.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see it happening. You guys have made a lot of good points. I still take the Chiefs minus 200. Let's go to the NFC then, fellas. We'll start in the NFC East. Everyone here has Philadelphia gear on. Matt, great Flyers jersey. But I can't. I we'll see where this one goes. But Mark, I'll start with you.
I mean, first repeat division winner since 04. The Birds are going to do it minus 125.
It's my card as well,
Yeah,
Mike.
same.
Then Matt,
Next
I'll go to you.
question. Next question.
Okay, so very very easy for everybody there. Eagles minus 125 at Bovada. We'll go to the NFC North here. Let's go with.
I mean, not to be a homer, but do you believe in any of the other teams? Like,
No.
right?
No, I
like
don't.
it's not just being a homer. It's just like this Eagles team beat the Giants.
I think I'm
38-7
more
in the
worried about
playoffs.
the Giants than the Cowboys this year.
Yeah, but they beat them by 30 in the playoffs last year. So
Yeah.
it's like
Well, I
it's
think the
tough
Giants
to be
got
like,
a little
all right,
better,
well,
but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Giants have a better coach too, which
Yeah.
they still had last year.
true, but his first year, different situation.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Got him to the
It's just-
playoffs.
Regardless,
I know what
Not-
you mean, though. Matt, what do you got in the NFC North?
Plus 270, the Minnesota Vikings. A lot of value there.
Correct. I'm on that as well. Same idea. A lot of value there. I think a lot of people were buying into the Lions. I just don't. I mean, the Vikings seem like a pretty much the same team as last year. I think they give it a good run for the title again.
Mark.
Go Pack Go. Plus 300. I think they I don't know, some franchises just get lucky with their quarterbacks. And I feel like Jordan Love might be good. I did see him throw like a 50-some yard touchdown live, so maybe that has something to do with it. But go Pack Go.
I'm also on the Pack plus
Oh, no.
300. The reason why is what you just said, though. We just watched them do this, right? We just watched them do it for several years, where Rodgers sat behind Favre and then he went on to play for 17 years for the Packers or 18 years for the Packers. I'm not saying Jordan Love is going to be that, but I'm going to say you pick up things from the guys you sit behind. I think that they don't lose as much of a step as they do moving on from Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean, if
Is
people
that why
think
Rodgers always wears Wrangler jeans?
probably he has the copper fit knee braces too.
I mean, if people think that Zach Wilson is going to learn from Aaron Rodgers, then I mean Jordan Love had to have picked something up, right? Like
Correct.
regardless of attitude, I'm sure there was still stuff shared in that quarterback room that would help Jordan Love this year.
Yeah, probably drugs.
Let's go to the NFC.
Nah, Rodgers is cool.
Let's go to the NFC South. Mark, I'll start with you.
NFC South. This division is trash. I'm going to go with the Saints, though. I think Derek Carr does take that team back to the playoffs at plus 140.
Matt,
Saints are gonna get it done.
Mike,
I'm on the Saints too. I feel like Bryce Young, the Panthers might make some noise, but I'm gonna have to go with the Saints.
I'm also on the Saints, but for some reason, I said this to Chris yesterday too. There's something intriguing about Baker Mayfield with the weapons that Tampa has in terms of receiver. Like, I know Baker looked like crap towards the end of the run in Cleveland, but I think there's extenuating circumstances, et cetera, there. It'd just be interesting. I'm not going to take him plus 850 to win the division, but it is a bad division. You could see some value
Not a bad
there.
value pick.
Who knows?
Take it.
All right, last division, NFC West. Matt.
Cardinals.
Such an idiot.
No. Give me the Niners.
What are they?
Minus
Sure.
180. I'm on
Minus
them as
180.
well. I just
Mike,
don't
minus
don't
180.
see anybody else being. I think the Seahawks get a little worse this year. I don't know. Marks looks like he's on the Seahawks,
I think I'm on the Seahawks.
I am too.
and the
Seahawks
Rams.
plus
Rams and
190.
Cardinals are just so bad.
Are we sure Brock Purdy wasn't just a flash in the pan? Are we
I think
are we
it's
sure
more
he
their
could do it
defense.
again?
Kyle Shanahan
I mean,
can
their
make any
defense is
quarterback
good.
like do something though. Like he doesn't need to be
Full-
crazy good.
That I mean, obviously not any quarterback, but
Well, I mean, he's
I don't
Brock
know. I mean-
Purdy. Who else is on there? Jimmy G. Yeah, what does Sam Darnold has to play?
are you worried about Sam Darnold? 'Cause,
No.
I mean, I don't know. This team's still worried
They have a lot
about
of
their
talent.
playoff loss. They have a lot of talent. They're good defensively. Bosa just signed. I get it. But, I mean, they were, 3-3 or 4-3, 4-4 something? They weren't great the first half of last year. And then they went on the long run with Purdy. So we'll see what happens. They weren't getting great quarterback play before that. So if Purdy's not good this year for some reason, which, coming off an injury, people might know him a little bit better now. Who knows? I can see the Seahawks winning this.
Absolutely. All right, fellas, real quick, let's do conference champions. Mark, I'll start with you, AFC.
Oh, I got to go all the way up to the odds. I'm gonna take the Bengals to make it to the Super Bowl this year. I don't know what the odds are right now. I'm getting up there.
Plus 525. Oh no, that's top seed. It's actually plus 550. Plus 550 for you, Matt, AFC champion.
Buffalo Bills plus 550.
The Bills are also my pick, plus 550. Mike,
Ravens plus 800. Like I said, I think they're going to be real good this year.
Plus 800. NFC champion, Mark.
I think this one's going to go pretty easily as well. Give me the Birds.
Yeah.
Plus 3.
Plus 300. I'm on them as well.
Matt?
San Francisco 49ers plus 375.
I don't, you got to do. Plus 375. I'm also on the Eagles.
Don't
plus
care about
300.
your fandom.
Super Bowl title.
Greg, you go first.
Why do I have to go first?
Yeah, you have to.
You know why you have to go first.
Well, regardless, I went back and forth on this a lot because I thought about it, and I hate to do it because it disappoints a lot of people. It's the Eagles plus 770.
Thank God. All right.
I have to do it. And if I'm wrong and the streak ends,
that's fine.
It's not going to end.
That's
this isn't
fine.
Undertaker.
That's
regardless.
Fine.
Greg, here's the sacrifice.
Undertaker won 20 times before his streak got broken.
Greg, here's the sacrifice I'll make. I'm going to take the Eagles plus 775 as well.
Me as well.
And if the streak ends, you can then blame me.
True.
That's perfect. Matt, who do you have for your Super Bowl winner?
Buffalo plus 750 over the
Bills,
Niners.
Plus 750. NFL MVP, fellas. It's in the season props, I believe, for Bovada. If you Control F and search MVP, you'll see it there.
I'm not looking that up.
Okay. Well, someone else will pull the odds up for you then.
Matt Corral.
The biggest joke. I got Josh Allen as my MVP plus 850. Mike.
I want to take Hurts, but I think I'm just going to go with. I think I'm going to go with Justin Herbert plus 900.
Justin Herbert plus 900. Matt.
Trevor Lawrence plus 1,500.
Ooh,
I like
okay.
that pick.
I don't know if that's actually his number.
His number is plus 1,000.
Plus 1,500.
Mark, close out the future so we can quickly give our week 1 picks.
Aaron Rodgers, 3-time MVP, taking the Jets to the playoffs,
quarterfinals,
to the quarterfinals of the NFL Cup,
divisional round,
the Mushroom Cup.
What are his odds?
Oh, I didn't say them. Shit.
Nope.
I think those were actually plus 1,600 or something.
Plus 1,600.
Plus 1,600.
I started to get back into the regular.
Well, those are the futures. That's a lot of fun. Week 1 in the NFL is here. It starts off on that Thursday night. I'm involved immediately in the Thursday night. I know there's the Kelsey injury, there's the question marks, but I'm on the Chiefs minus 4.5. Matt, where are you starting in the NFL?
Lions money line plus 190.
Give me the over in that game.
Yeah, I'd be over
53.5 minus 105.
So Chiefs, Lions over
53.5.
53.5.
59.5 is a huge number.
Okay.
But 53.5 is not as big.
I have the over in that game as well.
All right, Mike, what's your next pick?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cardinals Commanders under 38 minus 115 as my lock of the week.
I'm on the over in that game at minus 105.
It's minus 115 for the under 38. You got Sam Howell starting for the Commanders, Josh Dobbs for the Cardinals. I just don't see points in that game.
I think the Commanders have the potential to cover the over by themselves.
I think that they cover
No
the
way.
7. They're on my card minus 115.
And it's 38 or 38 and a half. 'Cause I see
38.
38.
It's 38.
Mark, what do you have on
My
your card?
lock.
I got the Commanders to cover that 7. Minus 7, minus 115. I think the Cardinals, they know what they're doing. They're in tanks mode over there.
100%. I like the Falcons minus 3.5, minus 110 in that matchup.
I'm on the
Mike,
Panthers
what's your-
there, plus 160. I'm going to take Bryce Young over Desmond Ritter.
I got the over in that game, over 39.5, minus 110.
So it's Panthers, Falcons over 39.5, minus 110. Mark, what's your next one?
My next one, I'm going to the Ravens minus 10 against the Texans. I just think the Texans aren't going to be good. Ravens are going to start their season off hot here.
Also on my card, the next game I'll go to is the Jacksonville Jaguars. It is my lock of the week. I said it yesterday. Minus 105. I trust this Jaguars team. I don't think the Colts are going to start off hot. Maybe they get better as the season goes on. No Jonathan Taylor, rookie quarterback, rookie head coach. It's Jags all over them in
Put that on my
Lucas
card.
Oil. Jacksonville minus 5,
Yeah.
minus 105.
Yeah, might be minus 110. It is minus 105, you're right.
Matt, what's your next one?
Raiders plus 165 and plus 3.5, minus 110.
Minus 110. Not on Mike. I thought maybe they were. Mark, what's your next one?
My next one, I'm taking the Vikings minus 6 over the Buccaneers, the Baker Mayfield-led Buccaneers. I think that the Bucs are going to have some problems scoring some points this year, and the Vikings can score some points. And it might be one of. Is this the last season we see Kirk in Minnesota?
Possibly.
Unrestricted after this year. I'm also on that minus 6, minus 110 from the Vikings. Matt, your next one.
Steelers plus 105 over the Niners.
I'm on that as
on
well. I think they
I'm
shocked
double-
the world this week one.
I'm double dipping on them, so it's plus 105. You're on the money line too, Matt or Mike?
Yep, plus 105. I think they
Steelers.
come out and win this week one game against the Niners.
Plus 105. And I said that I'm double dipping, so I have them plus 105 and plus 1.5 minus 105. That line's actually moved because it was plus 2 earlier. But so plus 1.5 minus 105. Dropped my phone. What's your next one, Mark?
I'm going to go to the Packers-Bears, and I'm going to take the over in that game. I think that it's going to go over 42.5 minus 110. Fields, DJ Moore, Herbert, they're going to do some magic on the offensive side. And then we already kind of talked about Jordan Love and the young guns we got over on the Pack.
Absolutely. Mike, what's your next
Yeah,
one?
I'm on the Packers in that game for all those reasons. I think the Bears are getting a lot of hype that Fields might make a jump this year, but yeah, I think the Packers go into Chicago and win that game. I'm going to take the Browns plus 120 in that divisional game against the Bengals at home.
Mike, are you taking the Packers money line?
Money
or are
line,
you taking
plus
the-
100,
so
even
plus
odds.
100. Okay, and then you're taking the Browns money line plus 120.
Yep.
Browns plus 120. I'm double dipping on the Packers. I have them plus 1, minus 110, and the even money on the money line at Bovada. Matt, what's your next one?
Dolphins plus 135 over the Chargers.
I love that Dolphins pick, but I'm just taking the points plus 3, minus 110. Mike.
I'm on the Chargers in that game minus 3, minus 105.
Mark.
I'm on the I'm on the Birds minus 3.5 minus
Yep.
115.
On my card.
On my card.
Better
Me too.
team, Tom Brady day. A lot of pressure on Mac Jones. Yada yada yada.
I figured it would be on everybody's card,
Correct.
but I should have pre-written it.
Podcast
felt
special.
like that was an easy one. And my last pick before the challenge is the Bills on Monday night, minus 2.5, minus
Yep.
110. Throw your Hard Knocks hype in the trash.
Correct.
Mike.
I'm on that same pick as well.
Give me the Jets plus 125. Bills are coming to Jet Life Stadium.
Algeria.
She said the Jets, the Jets money line, Mark.
Yeah, plus 125.
Jets plus 125.
See, I knew the
That was on my
Algeria
screen.
one was
There
good,
it was.
though.
There
I
it
knew that was- I knew- I
Does
knew it.
anybody have any other picks other than the challenge?
No.
No, I think
We
that's
ran
it.
through them all. We've lost Matt officially, so that's cool. Well, regardless, we'll get his challenge pick. We'll send him out. Maybe it's just his video. Whatever. It
Oh,
doesn't
there he
matter.
is.
Back.
Oh. All right. Well, that was
Alright,
weird.
You guys all froze on my screen. That was weird.
Well,
Yeah,
you
you-
disappeared, but you're back. Let's just give the challenge and end this so we can be good. Challenge, Matt. Go ahead.
Giants plus 3.5, minus 120, and I want them plus 150 on the card. Both on the card. Giants get it done Sunday night in New York at Giant Life Stadium.
Plus 3.5 is my minus 120 on Bovada. It's also on my card and also my pick for the challenge. Mike.
Yeah, I'm double dipping on the Giants as well, and I want it on the I want them both on the card and in the challenge.
Oh, no.
Plus
All right, you know
3.5.
what? Yeah,
I
podcast
guess
special.
the
Double dip
Giants.
it. Double dip it on my card as well, but also give me the over 46.5 minus 110 on as well.
So Giants, Cowboys, over 46.5 minus 110. And you're doing the Giants plus 3.5. What did I say here? Giants. I'll make it the podcast special on the double dip. I'll do the money line as well. Fellas, fun week. NFL's here. Let's go win some bets.